in Venice. And for years, I thought it was Sharks in Venice, but it's Shark in Venice.
It's just the one shark, and you just see the same clip of the shark over and over again. So, as I say, I was really impressed with this movie, having all these different inventive ways of showing us where the sharks are without resorting to, like, the same shot of CGI sharks. Like, I loved when, is it in this chapter? I don't know that it is. When Daniel gets up on the bar and they're all, like, jumping up to get him. Because that's another thing. Like, people make smart decisions in this movie. Other than the pharmaceutical company, you know, making sharks smarter. That was a dumb decision. But once they're in the whole thing, people are making smart decisions. Like, they make logical choices that are then usurped by the sharks, if that makes sense. Like, no one's going down to the basement and turning the lights off in this movie, and I appreciate it. I appreciate a movie that takes the time to be like, all the mobile phones have fallen in the swamp, and that's why we can't call for help. And I'm like, fine, get on with dying now. But if you've still got your mobile phone, I'm like, why aren't you using your mobile phone? Whereas this movie, like, again, I'm skipping ahead, but like, they're like, this thing will work, and it does work. And I'm like, perfect, because then another thing happens that ruins it. And I'm like, yes, and that was beautiful. Much more interesting than just that thing not working. So it was fun in that sense as well.
Yeah. They have a phone. It's topside. No one's topside.
Right. I'm going to go back and drink to this movie, and I'm going to drink every time they say topside.
You will drink a total of 7 times, 3 of them in this chapter. This is the first time it's mentioned. So we've got over halfway through the film, I haven't said it at all, and then it's 7 times from this point onwards. I
think I wrote on my notes, I was like, say topside one more time. I dare you. I double dare you.
We need to get topside. It only works topside. Call the Coast Guard on the topside sat.
I'll see you on topside.
Jesus Christ. Where is it? Where's the phone? I don't understand.
I hope they call their first child topside. I think
Topsy for me.
Like one word, or like first and middle, then last? Just topside?
Like topside as the first name. Like topside shark blower
Topside
Slater.
Yeah.
Slater.
Although
I'd like her to keep her last name, so.
Yeah. Topside Calhoun Slater.
Yeah.
That's double barrel it. Yeah.
Nice.
Whoa.
Although Topside Calhoun sounds like a fantastic name though. Yeah, Topside Calhoun.
How about that scene in Shark in Venice where Stephen Baldwin is walking with his girlfriend, and I think he thought music was going to be playing over. Yeah, I don't think he knew that they were recording sound. And he's just going, look at that thingy. Oh, and look at that thingy over there. Yeah. And there's that thingy. And they left in him saying, look at that thingy. Because I guarantee you he thought they were going to put music over it.
It was going to be like, yeah.
Yeah, but instead there's about 30 seconds of him pointing at things and calling them thingies. And then look at that thingy.
I love it.
He's like, look at that thingy and I'll be back. What a great scene.
Jay, how have you not seen it? Yeah, it's got like a Baldwin
I hadn't heard of it until the first time Mark brought it up. But...
It was a no-brainer. We were looking at all the shark movies on the side. The winner of all the shark movies is still, and I spoke to Jay about this, Ghost Shark, obviously.
Well, here we go. I watched that. Since we spoke, I watched Ghost Shark.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Love it?
I did.
Yes!
It's awful. But it's
perfect. It is a shark that dies at the beginning and can embody any piece of water. That includes your co-worker's coffee and your child's
That includes
slip
the
and
rain.
slide. The rain.
It includes the rain.
It's so good. It's so clever. It's so genius. So it does usurp Shark in Venice, which I think really wanted to try and be like a movie. Like, this is obviously still pre-Sharknado, where I don't care for the Sharknado, so I was just like, they're way too mainstream. And yes, I did just push my glasses up on my nose. Not a fan. But Shark in Venice is that perfect, like, line between the, like, we've got a Baldwin brother, we're trying to, like, do a thing here, but we do only have one shot of the, like, CGI shark, which we will just reuse, and please nobody ask how the shark is able to fit through the Venice canals, because it would not be able to.
And then they put him in a very tight shirt, and he has to do some National Treasure type stuff in there. Oh, man. And I like that scene where she's reading, and he tells the inspectors, like, she's really smart. She's really good at this.
Please do tell us. You know, it's a movie after all. We love exposition. Don't show,
and then there's
tell.
Have you seen Shark Lake with Dolph Lundgren?
Ooh, no, I haven't. Which one's that? Let me get that shot.
So he plays a legal, like, not poacher, but you get animals and you sell them. He sells animals on the black market. And he gets chased one night, and his car falls into a lake, like a brackish lake, and they get loose. And then years later, he has to deal with them. But he doesn't front kick them, so it's not worth watching.
No.
Oh, it's on Amazon Prime, though. I could watch it right now.
Oh, wow.
You should. Shark Lake. Dolph
Shark in
Lundgren.
Venice is nowhere.
I've got it on DVD. It's not nowhere.
Okay.
Do you have Tubi, or do you have in the UK? Do you have Tubi or
Nope.
Crackle?
Neither of those exist in the UK,
Are they drugs?
as far as I'm aware.
Well, yeah, they are.
It's how you make super intelligent sharks.
Yeah. That's how I made mine that I'm sitting next to you right now. They're just sitting in a little kiddie pool right next to me in my room, chilling.
Little Topsy over there.
Yeah, I figured out how to make them really small. So they're just little pups swimming around.
Has that been a thing? Has someone made like miniature sharks and tried to sell them to the population as like pets for a movie?
Like a micro pig.
Yeah, but for sharks, and then it goes horribly wrong. Like, why has that not happened? Because then you get an ensemble cast of like mediocre homeowners that live in like the East End of London, much like Kingsman kind of vibes.
I know for a fact it hasn't happened because Mark doesn't have one.
Greenlight it right now. Like, why has that not happened yet?
I mean, no, I got my pups right next to me. It's great. They're my friends. We talk. They're cool with my cats.
Do they talk back?
Yeah.
Because then that would be
it
the
took some
sequel.
getting used to.
The sequel would have to be a few years later because people would still be traumatized from the events of the first movie unless you just moved it to a different country and the news hadn't left England. You took it over to America and you went to this huge company and you were like, I've got this idea for miniature sharks that you can have in your home. And, you know, it's going to be really great. Just pretend whatever happened in England last year didn't happen. And then they're like, you can now buy a thing like in Up that if you attach it to your shark, they can talk to you. Oh my God. And then the shark can have the voice of like whichever B-list celebrity is available at the cheapest budget. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's going to be a franchise.
Your shark can sound like Mr. T.
Yeah.
I looked at my shark. I looked at one of my sharks and I was like, are you a cute little shark? And it just went, no. That was his first word to me.
Literally.
No.
It would
Like
be
Caesar.
so amazing. Someone make that movie. I'm going to write that movie. Copyrighted.
Wait, I just looked online. It was made in '97, and Kirk Cameron was the star. So we didn't get there.
Baby shark.
No one knows about it if Kirk Cameron was in it. It's fine. You can just do it again.
True.
Has that genuinely happened? Has that movie genuinely come out?
No.
Mark lies. Mark is
Googled
a
that. I
liar.
was like, no! My perfect idea, my infallible movie
I sound
plot.
very earnest while lying.
Ugh, damn it.
And also, I gotta say, Aaron gets him a job, right? Aaron got Josh the job. And Josh was living in his mom's basement, from what we hear. He's like, go to Cape Town. Like, well, actually, Aaron was saying that. But he gets him a pretty good job.
Yeah. Like, it would be a lot of money.
And Josh is totally... I mean, Josh gets throat cultures from Bella's mouth. Like, he knows what the deal is. He traveled all the way there to work on it. He's been there for some time. He could have left. They've been there for a while. And then Josh is yelling at him like it's his fault. Aaron's fault. And Aaron's the one who's been fighting back.
Yeah. And is Josh intentionally homaging Die Hard with the, like, come to Cape Town, you said. It'll be fun, you said. Like, come to the coast, have a few laughs. Is he doing a Die Hard?
Oh, of course.
I assume.
Yeah, good. Okay.
I really wanted another line. They were like, I got you this job. Dude, you were living in your mom's basement before you came here. And I wanted him to follow that up with, like, my mom's basement never tried to eat me or whatever. But we didn't get that.
It was a huge basement. I had my own room, my own kitchen. I had a TV room. I had a ping pong table. I had my own apartment down there.
Poor guy.
Watch out how you phrase it.
He's, like, credited as, like, Aaron's friend and another scientist. Like, you may as well put in neon signs, the first to die, like, over his head. Like,
fodder.
This is a nobody. This is the red shirt.
And I also dig, too, later on when, this is from the previous chapter, when Durant could care less about Josh. He's like, is Bella okay? And Josh is like, I'm fine, too. Durant doesn't even give him the time of day. He's like,
maybe Josh has only just started. This could be like his second
like
day there.
Temp,
Wait,
yeah.
That's rough, though. You don't immediately have your... Well, I guess you would have your intern grab throat cultures.
I mean, that's why the position was open.
Exactly what you would make your intent to.
You know, one of my first production jobs, I was walking through the swamps of Florida holding a very expensive camera on my shoulder.
I already hate where this story is going.
And I walked into... So there's gator holes that we were told, because there were gators in the thing. And I walked into a gator hole. And I freaked out, and the thing they yelled out to me was, "Don't drop the camera."
Did you?
No.
Okay.
And then
you
later
did your job.
on, I had to take. Well, I took a dead alligator and I placed it there so we could get B-roll of it. And then I was.
And then you found out it wasn't dead.
And I was carrying around snakes, poisonous snakes, and stuff.
I don't care about snakes.
And then they gave me a chainsaw to go in the middle of the Everglades to cut down trees with part supervision. They kept it. They told me where I had to go. But that's like how a horror movie starts. The young PA goes out in the woods. I mean, I guess I did have a chainsaw. So I mean, I'm in better shape than most people already. But that could have been bad.
What if the animal had gotten hold of the chainsaw? You know, it's like the gun argument. You don't want to keep a gun in your house.
Steal it from me?
Yeah. I cannot think of anything worse than a crocodile with a gun. Or a chainsaw. Just
yeah.
When you say gator hole, I'm not going to Google it because I will have nightmares. I have a huge... they call it a phobia, which makes it sound unjustified, but I think seeing as they should be extinct, I think it's very justified. Huge phobia of crocodiles and alligators. What is a gator hole? Is it like a rabbit hole?
Oh, so what they lounge in the water and they wait for stealth strikes. So then what they can do is, like, as opposed to just being a lump on the ground, they find a little area where they can fit in, so it's kind of still flat in the water. So then they can get you. So you don't just see a lump; you can swim right over it, and the gator's there and it gets you. Oh, I grew up in Florida, so I've canoed over 10-foot alligators. I did a documentary about the pythons in the Everglades, and we got so close to I'll send it to you. You'll lose your mind.
No, I'm good.
But yeah, I guess in Florida, you're used to them.
This is the thing. Your story started with, I was in a swamp in Florida, and I was like, I'm going to stop you there.
I've had water moccasins swim right by me.
I don't know why everyone in that vicinity doesn't just leave. And people are like, why are you so obsessed with wanting to go to the California Disney? Why don't you want to go to the Florida Disney? It's way bigger and better. And I'm like, because it's in Florida. There will be alligators there riding Space Mountain with me.
That happened twice, actually. On Space Mountain, gators got in. They actually rode the thing all night.
I was going to say, like, just strap themselves in next to you, like, what's up?
Yeah.
Like putting, like, a napkin around its neck and bringing out a knife and fork. Hate them.
Wait, and eating someone?
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's what the crocodile did in Peter Pan.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It's
so
true.
I just,
Take the hand.
It's a documentary.
And they ripped off Barry Pepper's arm and Crawl.
I will never watch that.
Oh,
it's
cool,
so good.
Fantastic.
So
I've eaten gator, and it's not great. It's a bit chewy.
Yeah, I can imagine. I just, like, maybe we should all eat gator.
It's not worth it.
I am vegan, but I will eat gator just to try and, like, deplenish them.
To knock one off the list.
Yeah, because
they're beautiful creatures.
How
that
are
have
they
adapted
beautiful?
and survived.
Yeah, exactly.
In Florida.
They shouldn't
have. Survived in Florida.
If I can't have a stegosaurus, why do I get a crocodile when I could have a stegosaurus? Like, why did that one survive and the stegosaurus didn't?
Size, maybe?
Yeah.
It's not
a stegosaurus would be pretty unwieldy.
They'd be so cute, though.
You could have a compy.
So lovely.
Just
don't
compy.
Don't be like, Peter Stormare.
Peter Stormare, yeah, don't shock one.
That's one of the worst scenes in the Jurassic Park. Oh, man. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the compies are kind of like the little sharks in this one.
They absolutely are, yeah.
I mean, the bubbles.
Yes, the film running away from bubbles.
Like, oh, man. I love it.
It's fun. It's really fun. And I love the lighting because I was like, does red mean danger? Does green mean good? I think so. Nope. I don't know. Let's find out. Not really. There's not really a correlation between anything.
It's just efficiency. It's just cost.
It's
we
fun.
haven't tackled this yet. And obviously they switched the colors because they just had one set. And not knocking on that. But let's say this facility is real. Mm-hmm. Why are there 5 different colors?
There's
I thought that it
4.
would be
Why are there
like,
4 different colors?
I thought that it would be like, usually you would have a green light, and if it's like, I don't know, there's like a light system and they get knocked down depending on how close they are to like danger. So if you're in the red area, you know that there's like an open leak that's pouring in much quicker than if you're in the green area that's still fairly A-okay. Does that make sense? Like it's like you can really read into it in that it's like a system that they have to make sure that you know that you're in a dangerous area or whatever, and